Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there. Yep. Right there.
Off the play fake. Barnes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off play action. Barnes. That one complete. He finds Shark. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready up. Mike 51. Out. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. And I'm coming after you. Explain. Twist. Take 4. Let's go. Let's do this. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 61, match box. Right.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
I got Hayward. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Mike 54.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Off the play fake. Barnes. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Chark, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
54. Mike 54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Durant going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, Durant. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Whoa, shifty.
Whoa.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Topper! Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it!
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
53 at the mic. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 53.
Operating from the gun. Durant. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Sam Cook now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They find some open field here. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Check 24. Hatchet.
They'll run on first down. Daniels. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Go. Shit.
Now a give, right side. Hines. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. Watch out. Check. Short. Yo, 51, 951. Oh, you got deep?
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You're not ready.
Elliott running right. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
17-0 our score after one.
Here we go, D. 66. Pull it. Ha. Come again. Here I come again. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw now complete to Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Exit, exit.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Durant. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing on 3rd and long. Durant. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled, and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnes. That's complete to Sharp. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's get it. Ready. Keep the flag. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Undercrush. Let's walk. Right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And that's complete. It's Sims. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Check. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the lane. Check. Check.
They run with Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Motion.
Now it's Hines. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Check 13. Check that. Switch. Pause.
They'll try to run with Hines. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st down, Durant. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 34-yard line.
Rush in. Echo.
To throw on 2nd down. Durant firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Durant. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. He's checking. Crash.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Go, go, go. Check, 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 check.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wild Bill. Hustle. Plus 54. 64. Wait. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Durant, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
53. Hey, alert 3. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Throwing on first down. Durant. High throw, but he makes the catch. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Drop deep. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's going to be a long shot. 53. Let's go.
Shoot.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 53. Check 53.
Off play action. Durant. And he's got a noon one. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Durant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Durant. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Go. Hey, let's get that ball.
Off play action. Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
throwing on 3rd and long. Barnes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining. Still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Come on, boy. Check 26, check 26. 52. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Shoot.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Check. 61. Match back.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. 51.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 3. Shift. Check safety. Hey, switch gears.
Off the play fake. Barnes. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Hines. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They run again with Hines. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
You can't block me. You can't block.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 4th down trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Mike 54. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, one set.
To throw on 2nd down. Durant flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Check, block 54, block 54. Let him know. Let him know.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Banjo.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Dallas, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll get a